Welcome to the online graduate Practicum Forum Spring 2017. My name is Marie Perez, a graduate student and a Master's of Science and Interdisciplinary Studies candidate for the Department of Occupational Workforce and Leadership Studies at Texas State University. The title of my presentation is Identifying Words Through a Computer-Assisted Morphology Program. A little bit on background. The purpose of my project is to develop a social science vocabulary based on Latin and Greek word elements identified by a computer-assisted morphology program analysis. I chose this project because I saw the first-time college student struggling with words, and effective reading depends on word recognition. The organization and location of my project took place at Austin Community College with the Developmental Reading Department at Northridge campus with Dorothy Martinez as my site supervisor. And during the practicum forum, I focused on 4 learning objectives. In learning objective 1, I learned how to develop knowledge of a morphology program that determines word elements in college-level social science text. I did a lot of research on finding out what morphology was, how it was related to the words in social science text. In learning objective 2, I learned how to acquire the latest research on computer-assisted morphology programs, and in addition to that, I obtained a trial license, engaged a trial run for identifying word elements in social science text, and did find a computer-assisted program that does identify words from a whole social science text chapter at Austin Community College. And learning objective 3, I established growth, development, and maintained a network of professionals in relevance to advancing my professional goals with the field of education. In learning objective 4, I attended class meetings at Texas State University in courses related to developmental reading required for graduate students in the developmental education programs. The need of the proposed project is to accelerate the time frame for mastering college credit reading skills for developmental students in their first year of college. Some practicum highlights were attending the various meetings at Austin Community College and learning to be a part of the changes occurring to the field of education. I maintain a network of professionals and exchange phone numbers and emails. Technology is wonderful until it is not. I did find a computer-assisted morphology program that identified vocabulary from a whole chapter in social science text. However, circumventing the issues because technology sometimes does not want to cooperate, I had to do some different routes. But we did get the program, computer-assisted morphology program up and running. Another practicum highlight was the classroom observations at Texas State. Texas State instructors just rock. The energy and interaction from the student and instructor is such tight-knit, and I see the work in progress. Moving on to literature highlights. In the user-centered computer-aided language learning, Mr. Perez and Zachariah supported the knowledge that I needed on acquiring on how a computer-based program for reading and writing it is possible. Zephyrs and Zachariah also covered the feasibility of a computer-based morphology program and proved that such is possible and could yield positive results for students. In Job Crafting, an unexplored benefit of friendships and project teams by Dr. Miguel was a valuable resource because it had highlighted the importance of healthy working relationships and building vocabulary of English learners with reading disabilities through computer-assisted morphology instruction. Anderson and Bunch Crump outlines the various ways a computer-based program can be adapted to meet student needs. For example, they used their research that through intensive instructor-based intervention is possible, and peer tutoring options is also possible. Moving on to the SWOT reflections. In the strengths area, I found networking was my strength. I formed connections to last a lifetime, interacted with other people to exchange information and develop contacts, especially for connections for future endeavors. In the weakness area, I found lack of knowledge was a weakness of mine. I had little to no prior knowledge of what I was doing and how to even start researching computer-assisted morphology program. In opportunity, it was growth. In the interactions that I had with fellow students, instructors, mentors, colleagues, and professionals helped me to recognize the value that I bring to potential employers and societies. In the thread area, it was confidence. When I first took on the project, I was intimidated as I didn't feel that I had the skills to see it through. I developed, learned, and grew through my skills that it was possible to complete the project. An obsession of my studies was it may not be utilized in the classroom, but could be helpful for the self-regulated learner through academic coaching and tutors. For future career plans based on my practicum, I see myself becoming an advisor at a community college, which is in the works, implementing the idea of a computer-assisted program for the self-regulated learner through academic coaches and tutors. And finally, I might take on a move for um, an instructor for integrated reading and writing. That ends my presentations. On the YouTube page below, please indicate your anonymous preference for this practicum by clicking on one of these two icons, like or dislike. Also, please post your comments or questions in the YouTube comment section below. I will respond to your inquiries posted between March 27th and April 9th through this webpage.